I do think I as a watcher and a viewer of anime prefer subbed almost every time. When we are analyzing something and watching and reacting, it was a little bit harder than I was anticipating to talk to you and read at the same time. Because normally I can hear both things and interpret it, but I'm glad we're doing dubbed, I guess is what I'm saying. Watching your mouth move, damn you look stupid. No filter, I got no filter. No filter, I got no filter. No filter, I got no filter. No filter, I got no filter.
Welcome to another episode of Fat Guys React. I'm Fish.
I'm Optimal Prime.
And today we are watching Season 2, Episode 3 of My Hero Academia, which is In Their Own Quirky Ways.
No, I'm guessing it's just they're going to have to use their powers to get through the obstacle course.
Very good call.
Thank you.
So your prediction is they're going to use their quirks to get through the obstacle course?
Yeah. I don't... They ended with like the freeze frame of them all using their powers, basically, didn't it? Like that was kind of
they got through. So Todoroki Shoto tried to freeze everybody.
Right.
Their class and a few others, it looked like, got through without getting frozen. Then the giant robots showed up from the exam, and Shoto was like,
right.
Todoroki was like, "Oh, these are the things they fought in the exams. Let me just freeze them all." And so he like froze them and then made them fall, or made some of them fall. And so now he's past them, and the rest of the class is like standing there looking at him. And I think that was the freeze frame. So,
yes, let's go.
Cool. So no real predictions here because the obstacle course is going to be run.
They're going to use their powers.
They're going to use their powers. What do you think? What do you think Deku's going to do if he? I mean, because he obviously still can't control.
I don't know, man. But that boy uses his powers a heck of a lot less than I think he's going to. So I'm guessing he'll do that. I don't know. Eventually, this man has to learn how to control his powers because I'm sick of him not using them.
Yeah, it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough.
And we went through the entire season with him barely using his powers because every time he would use them, he would get like
broken.
Laid out. Yeah. I mean, even in that OVA that we watched a week ago, wink. He injured his finger again.
Yeah, he still had to go to Recovery Girl at the end.
Which. Yeah, because so we thought he had more control of his powers after the finale, but doesn't seem that he does yet.
Yeah, I still think that he probably is wrong, and that it was the Nomu monster, like just
that makes way more sense to
the
me.
punch. Yeah. But I don't know if that's the case or not. Okay, without any further ado, let's get into the episode.
Know that I will beat you.
This recap's a ways back.
I was gonna say they're really. It is really cool that he doesn't just have his dad's fire powers; that he's also got ice. The meanie. He's like more Kachan than Kachan.
He's more calm about it.
Yeah, he's more calculated for sure.
Which
is a little cooler.
Like we saw in the OVA, though. I mean, that's a clown. That person was a clown. Did you see that?
Right, but I made a pun joke, so I was a little too focused on that.
Oh, shoot. I think I missed the pun, because I was focused on the clown. I'll have to listen to it in the playback.
Yeah, so you can listen to my joke. I can't watch the clown.
What was the...
Oh, wait a minute. I just watched the video, and I'll see it.
What was the joke? Say it again.
It was something about how he's like Kachan, but cooler.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
He's more calculated, but also ice powers.
Cooler.
Anyone other than me would have been killed. Tetsu, quirk steel. This makes
Tetsu.
So he can be the ultimate shield or a devastating weapon. Our quirks are basically the same. What's to stand out now? You damn copycat.
The dynamic between those two is so funny to me. They've got like the same quirk.
Yeah, except he looks like Colossus. So
True.
Cool. I said it.
No way am I letting Todoroki beat me.
Get more of that sick movement.
That's really cool.
I mean, it's like... It just makes me think of Titanfall. Makes me want to play Titanfall, to be honest.
Makes me think of Attack on Titan. Oh, you know what? I also want to play Titanfall.
We should play sometime.
All I know is that people get mad at me when I say Titanfall perfected the first-person shooter mechanics. They're just like, wasn't that good? I'm like, no, you don't understand. That game was like flawless when it came to first-person shooters.
So good.
Like maybe the story could have been better for campaigns, but like in terms of multiplayer first-person shooter, it's ruined all others for me.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Like I'll play Call of Duty because I have friends that play Call of Duty, but like you're never gonna convince me that they can do anything that's as fun.
No. It's sad they're never gonna make another one. Like,
Yeah.
they're.
Yeah, I'd love
I mean,
that.
Apex Legends exists and it's in the same universe, so that's kind of cool, but it's not the same.
Doesn't feel the same at all. It does.
The first game feels very different than the second game, but they're both still very good.
Yeah.
I like the way the first game is more than the second game, but
I do too, actually. I didn't play very much of the second one. I played a lot of the first one.
Moving so quickly, which means it can't stop fast or avoid an attack.
We should probably stop talking about Titanfall.
I was gonna say, like, it hasn't, like, they've been mostly just fighting stuff, so it's okay, but
Keep this and use it as a shield if I need to. Perfect.
Smart. Is that Bakugo? Oh, okay.
whoa. Put your clothes back on, you
So
weirdo.
the angle they showed of her, I thought she was a giant. And I was like, wait, what?
No wonder she got in on recommendations.
You don't have to come in first. Just get to the next round.
I find it hard to believe that he would get first, to be honest, at this point.
It's a pretty shonen thing to have the main character get first place. It seems like
When did they
the
even have
fall.
time to build
I don't know, like Naruto never came in first,
doing?
right?
I mean,
Like
they,
the Chunin
they never got to
exams, like-
finish the tuning exams, though. Like, he won the fights that he wasn't supposed to win.
That's so his one-on-one fight
What I can do.
at the end, especially. You're like, oh, this is an underdog win.
Hang on. We need to back up maybe a little bit.
My chance to show off what I can do. My support items are gonna steal the spotlight from these
I don't even know
wannabe
who this
heroes.
is.
Everyone, observe
She's,
I don't even know who you are.
So she...
fire arrows and hammer skulls. You're from support. Hey, how come you got to
Got
bring
it.
all that stuff? In order to keep things fair and give us a fighting chance, we're allowed to bring whatever gadgets and costumes we want into the game, so long as we develop them ourselves. So,
That's kind of cool.
this is the perfect obstacle to show off our ingenious ideas and creations.
It is a good thing you rewound.
Exactly. That's what I was like, the
I
first stuff that...
completely missed that.
Like, the stuff that we were talking about, it's we went off on a huge tangent for
Yeah.
watchers when I cut all of that out. That was fine for most of the stuff, but, like, when we got to this, like, this sets up, like, the support group in general.
What the support group is, yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
He's finally getting fired up.
Wow, he caught up really quickly, I would say.
He's just... You suck. He's just flying the whole way.
Brother's probably watching this. I can't let him see me look foolish. I've got this. Boy, does he look foolish! The dude in first place is so frank. His quirk is really powerful, but it's his natural athletic talent and keen judgment keeping
Oh, that's great.
Don't you know who his father is? The flame hero, Endeavor.
What?
For real? That guy's only
This is brand new information.
That is brand new information!
It hasn't been announced how many competitors will make it through to the next round, so there's no time to relax. And now we're finally approaching the last obstacle. Everyone had better tread carefully. You're stepping onto a
Oh, jeez.
If you look carefully, you can see where those little bombs are buried. Those were designed
I'm
for
kidding,
the games.
Bakugo just like launch himself.
But they're not all that-
Yeah, you would think so.
Get a hold of yourself.
I can do
It is
this.
interesting. The minefield's probably gonna... Oh.
Very clever.
The minefield
Those
would
in the
slow
lead
down...
actually at a disadvantage here.
Yeah,
Guess it makes for good
the people with the
entertainment.
lead. So, like, other people can catch up.
It's over.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Your declaration of war was to the wrong person! Just like that, a new student takes the lead!
Are they allowed to each other?
I don't know.
Can our two leaders fight each other and stay in front of the competition?
Huh.
Watch Midoriya just be like, alright, I guess I'll just use my jumping powers.
Now is when I do it. I feel like... I mean, Bakugo should have just launched himself way over everything and been done.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
And
him deciding to...
Ida running ahead, like running fast enough to stay ahead of the explosion, should have already made it through too.
Oh, cool. So he's gonna use that explosion to ride the.
That huge explosion in the back! That was way more powerful than it should be!
Oh, so did he use his quirk to slam against the?
Incredible! Yes! Class 1A Sugumi Doria is suddenly in hot pursuit of first place!
Just slams down right in front of the finish line.
What a good place to stop there, because now I'm like, oh,
Ah!
These landmines
Like
go
watching
off
Lost.
so
Like, that's a polar bear! There's a polar bear there!
but they can turn into a huge pain if you detonate a bunch of
that show's ending.
It's better to
I don't know,
slow
man.
down
I don't
and
think
they
it's as
won't
bad
get
as everyone says
you.
it
You
is.
won't risk injuring yourself.
No, it's not.
Even the people who are good at
I'm
jumping
not doing
can't
this,
be
though.
too careless. And there are even more of them to watch. No one's going to be able to go through this very quickly. I can use that to my advantage. Everyone was most careful around the entrance. Thanks to the
Oh,
ice
that's
gun.
why it was. Did you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, oh, did he use his power to like propel the explosion?
Nope.
But-
We just got a lot of mines. By the way, I don't know if we mentioned this at the beginning. I've seen this before.
Oh, I haven't.
Is suddenly in hot pursuit of first place! Strike back! The lead is his!
I didn't think about how I was gonna land.
Yeah.
Deku!
Oh, this music.
What do you think you're doing, huh?
So good, dude.
This ice path will end up helping others.
Oh, that's why. I was like, why doesn't he just make an ice path? Like,
Look at that plot twist! It's
look, I mean, even if he gets top 3, that's still really good.
Especially when the
Or
other
if-
two are Todoroki and Bakugo. Like, they're like the top in the class. I mean, Bakugo had the best scores in the entrance exam, and Todoroki got in on recommendations and is the number
To
2
hold on and keep
hero's
going.
son.
I
So,
have a chance here. I have to reach out and take it.
Without the
I have
shield.
to take them out of the running.
That's savage, dude.
that's so good.
Fastest classmate from 1A! Eraserhead, your students are amazing!
This has nothing to do with me.
There you have it! Eraserhead is a terrible teacher!
Wow, okay, I was super wrong. Deku killed it.
Without using his quirk once.
Which is really, I mean, for an episode called In Their Own Quirky Ways, that was a really cool way for him to win.
You fought the sludge monster.
They remember him.
Oh, yeah, from the first episode, or second episode.
That brat again.
Ooh, Shigaraki.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming people just don't know who All Might is right there. Since he's there depowered.
Yeah. I mean, in the very first episode, he was like shopping in a grocery store without his
Right.
All Might
That
form.
means defeating your friends and classmates. And for professional heroes,
Yeah, that's a cool
it plays
lesson for
huge
him.
part in their careers. I also thought your selflessness could be your weakness.
I think it's obvious that Midoriya's stock is about to go up. He's still an unknown since we have no idea what his quirk is. Imagine for a second.
Are these the accountants?
Yeah, they're the business course people.
Oh my god.
I was trying to figure out who they were.
They definitely have their work cut out.
I wondered when they would
For him
come into
appearance-wise, so
play.
you'd have to push his skills in the unexpected artistic ways that he.
The business course. There's really no benefit to them participating in the sports festival, so they cultivate their instincts by selling things or running market simulations.
Oh
They have a
my
lot of free
gosh.
time.
They have a lot of free time. I love the little world building bits that you get like that. That's fun.
Again.
This
Oh.
episode has made me laugh so many times.
Yeah, it's been good. I will say that Bakugo saying "not again." That's like he's
That's a
he's
thing.
He's starting to freak out again. Yeah, he's being a Sasuke.
You got first place at Towers!
Big plan.
Ida should have won
I
though.
tried a few things that worked out better than I could have hoped for.
Ida should have won.
It's a freaking
foot
race. Yeah,
Gone
Like
wrong.
the fact that he wasn't in the top
I was
3
just
is
lucky,
bonkers.
that's all.
yeah.
Oh, he's saying he was just lucky. Interesting.
My re-
I don't know. I mean, like, I guess he doesn't realize that his strategizing is like really
Could this happen?
solid.
It's like the main character from.
Genius. You are the worst!
The first game for the first years is
There's still a lot of this episode left. And I remember what the next event is. So I'm excited. I'm hoping they announce it in this episode.
Wait, did
Do we need to back up?
Oh, there she was. 34.
Nice. Very last.
So I was gonna say, I can never remember her name, but the Gravity Girl. Ochako.
Yeah.
Are these the 1v1s?
Let's see what we have in store for you next.
Let's see what they have in store for us next.
1v1s. Let's do the 1v1s.
Cavalry battle? I'm terrible at those.
It's not an individual event. I wonder how they'll split us up.
The participants will form teams of 2 to 4 people as they see fit. Each player has been assigned a point value based on the results from the obstacle course.
So your team can't be more than a certain number.
Uh-uh.
So that
That's
means
not
each
it.
team will have a different point value
Oh.
based on which students are on it.
Maybe you should shut up and let me explain things to you. Now,
Was she talking to
the
me?
point assignments go up by increments of 5, starting from the bottom. And the point value assigned to the first place contestant is 10 million.
10 million? In other words, if you take down his team,
Oh, he's
Isn't that great?
the target?
Yeah.
Oh no! He screwed himself! Oh, that's so cool.
It's freaking great. Okay, so there wasn't as much left as I thought.
That was a roller coaster of emotion. I thought it was really and you heard what I said originally. I thought there's no chance Midoriya wins. So the fact that he wins is really cool. But the fact that he wins and gets first place is kind of a detriment. Is like cool. The fact that like now in this next task, he is now the one they are gunning for, because if they beat him, they like skyrocket through the rankings.
Yeah, and it's I think story-wise is a very common thing where, like, I don't know, I see it a lot in YA. I just finished Red Rising, which kind of has like a school competition sort of deal, kind of as one of its main plots. So like the idea of somebody establishing themselves as like really good, the top one through you know 1 or 2 events, like, and then they are the target, is obviously very common. But them actually making it to where it's not just like people see how that he's smart and he's good and he can use his quirk. It's like we're giving him 10 million points. Like even if you didn't see him as a threat, now you have to go after him. Yeah.
Right.
Which is
well, and it's
super
crazy
fun.
because he didn't use his quirk. So if you don't know what he can do, you're like, all right, well, I got to beat this guy, but I have no clue what he can do.
True. Very true.
So it's cool. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like, and oh gosh, I hate to keep referencing it, but in the Chunin exams, right? It's like how everyone wants a piece of Gaara and Sasuke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
because
Rock
they're
Lee
the
is
two
like,
key.
I want to fight them, and Neji's like, I want to fight them, and Naruto's like, I want to fight them. Yeah.
And Naruto's like, somebody want to fight me.
Yeah. Well, Sasuke does. Sasuke says, you're the ones I want to fight. So him using the mines is a really cool, like, his strategizing is top notch, obviously.
Yes.
Because it had to be when he had no quirk and he thought that was gonna be like, I don't know. I like how they carry that through the whole thing. Like when he's younger and before he gets the quirk, he's still writing everything down in the notebooks, learning people's powers and all that kind of stuff. I think that very much set him up for success, and I like how they show that over and over and over again.
Well, and I don't know if it's true, but it seems like in terms of brute force, he is by far the strongest person there. I don't know if that's true, but like it seems like based on the fact that he has All Might's power, he would have to be, if not the strongest, one of the strongest people. And it has nothing to do with why he won. And I just think that's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. Very cool.
I'm very curious to see who he teams up with.
Yes.
So he could the top 3 guys all join together?
I mean, yes, but then if they
lose,
yeah, it would be tough to do that. I don't know. I can't actually remember who exactly he teams up with. Like, I remembered the fact that he has the most points. I remembered the cavalry battle thing, but I think I know who he teams up with, but I can't remember for sure. So I'm interested to see again. Like I've said before, I remember I remember what happens. I just don't remember how we get there. And so
I see him wanting to pair up with Ida and Ochako, or is it Sui?
Suyu? Yeah.
Suyu?
Asui.
Yeah,
Sue.
those are people that he has gravitated towards in the past, or
That's
have
true.
gravitated towards him. So
That's true.
I'm curious how many people will want to join with him because he won.
Well, I think
But it seems like
that's part of what like the next time on My Hero Academia thing was. He's kind of saying like nobody really wants to team up with me. So I think
because
I don't think that's a
because
spoiler to say he's going to have trouble.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, if I get him, I get 10 million points. If I'm on his team and I lose 10 million points, that makes it harder for me to win. I mean, like if everybody's targeting us, it's going to be harder for me to win. So
yeah, for sure. Do you lose your points when you lose, or do you?
Yeah, sorry, they haven't really explained that yet, so I don't know if it's spoilery. But basically, they're gonna have headbands with their point value on it. They're gonna have headbands with their point value on it, and so they try and like take the headbands off of the other team players.
Boy, that's neat. Yeah. I'm very excited for the next one.
Yeah, I am too. I am excited to see what you think of it. And obviously, I mean, this episode has definitely picked it up from the first 2 episodes.
Yes.
Of season 2. It's
yes.
Getting exciting quickly. Do you have any predictions as to who might win this? Who might not be suited for this? Anything like that?
No. Is it because we also is it literally just like, did they explain the like what it is? It's not just a like fight, is it? Like it's not literally just two teams in the arena are gonna duke it out. Is it, or is that?
It's not.
Okay.
They haven't explained it, but it's the whole group are playing all at once. The whole field plays at once.
So yeah,
of them.
I have no predictions because I don't know what it's gonna look like.
Gotcha.
I'd assume that Endeavor's Sun and Bakugo are going to continue to be threats. But
makes sense.
I'm curious to see who I'm not seeing necessarily doing well. Like I didn't think I almost said Ichigo, and I have no idea why. I've never even seen Bleach. Midoriya, I don't necessarily see him doing well in this, but I didn't see him doing well in the first one. So clearly his strategy is going to get him farther than his strength right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, and that might be good for this. I mean, if you're strategizing, that might, I don't know, like if this isn't just combat based, there's probably some strategy to how your team is set up. What about Mineta? Do you think he'll be well suited for the cavalry battle?
It depends on what kind of battle it is. It depends on like what happens. He's the kind of person I feel like his powers are deceptive, right? So like if you don't see his orbs and you land on them, that's going to be a bit of an issue.
That's true. You're not wrong.
You know?
Yeah.
So if it's just like, who's going to tap out first, then I don't see. But if it's like knocking people out of the ring, or like if they get tagged, I can see where his power could be handy. You know.
I like how you said if you don't see his orbs instead of if you don't see his balls.
Careful. I was very careful.
Anyways, I don't know if there's anything else to say right now about this. Do you? Do you have any final thoughts?
No, I think we've analyzed it. I think we've it's one of those. There's not a lot that happened in this episode in terms of like breaking it down. But it was an eventful episode. It was an exciting episode.
Yeah, and I mean there was some like the whole part where All Might's talking about his Midoriya's selflessness and
yes,
and Midoriya like actively stepping on the other two guys to try to win.
I loved that moment. That was
so good.
That was really cool development because that doesn't seem like him, but him being like, "No, this is what I got to do."
Yep,
was really that shows good growth, I think.
Definitely.
So
very cool. All right. Well, with that, I think we'll sign off. Thanks again for watching Fat Guys React. I'm Fisch.
I'm still Optimal Prime.
Like and subscribe if you want to, and we'll see you next time.